Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and today I want to chat with you guys a little bit about, something I feel that needs to be discussed, and that's the fact that really protein powders are not supplements in the same sense of the rest of the industry. What do I mean by that? Because number one, well, they actually work. All right, that's kind of funny, but it's true, because by and large, supplements don't do shit. They really don't do much of anything useful 99% of the time, barring a few minor health benefits. At least protein powder delivers on its claim. What's the claim? That it adds protein to your diet. All right, well, when you set aside any mysticism that's been thrown out, well, we need these really fast absorbing proteins post-workout. I'm not going to get into all the data on that. But even then, it's not a terrible idea. I mean, realistically, post-workout loading a bunch of protein of any type, it's not a bad idea. We can debate as to if it will help your gains or not, depending upon a lot of factors. We can debate that. That's fair. But it's not going to hurt you. All right, fair enough. But as long as we set aside this, we have to have this post-workout shake, the anabolic window, which has been debunked a long time, been debunked over a decade. Set that aside. And remember the fact that, whey protein in particular, like we could argue about some of these other protein sources, whey protein is already going to exist. It's a food product that exists as a result of the cheese market. In other words, because cheese is manufactured in such enormous amounts, we have a ton of whey. That's one reason it was selected, because it's an easily available, very high quality animal source protein that we already have as a leftover byproduct. Okay. Now, a lot of people said, oh, so it's a waste product. I have even used that logic before. There's a point where we need to just grow up, myself included, and say, oh, no, it doesn't matter. Okay, it is still an extremely highly bioavailable, extremely high quality protein, even if it's a waste product of the cheese industry. Okay? Is what it is. Otherwise, it's going to go to waste. Get used as animal feed or whatever. Might as well make good use of it. Again, it makes perfect sense to use it. It's perfectly healthy, seems to be healthy, beneficial to our progress. All right, so whatever. But it really isn't a supplement in the traditional sense of something that people have tried to extract or derive for the purpose of crazy lies about gains. Because at the end of the day, it's just protein. It's protein found in milk already normally, right? We all know that milk is absurdly anabolic to muscle tissue. What is the purpose of milk? Again, makes baby mammals grow rapidly. Well, that's what we're trying to do. All right, no problem here. It's not something that's developed. It was a product that already largely exists. It's like, let's just make it more flavorable so people eat it as a food source. That's really what whey protein shakes are, and that is still the largest protein in the industry. I'm not going to get into all the vegetable proteins and all that nonsense that people try to take. Totally separate topic. But by and large, protein supplements are just food. They really are. So when you look at the bulk of the protein industry, it's whey protein. A waste product that already exists. Already an ultra high quality protein source. Let's filter it, make it taste better. We can make a nice treat out of it. And that really is what it is. It's basically a healthy dessert. It's a healthy dessert that provides extra protein. So I don't like to classify it as a supplement. And if we do that, here's the funny thing. If we set aside and really say, look, it really is just a food source, then we can step back and assess the protein or the supplement industry itself. Because I always tell that to people, I'm like, look, the supplement industry, if it just didn't exist, we would all be fine. If it didn't exist, we would all be fine. But then people will oftentimes bring up the protein. They're like, but protein is still good. It's useful. Is helpful because not everyone wants to eat chicken breast all the time. And if they're trying to protein overfeed, it's useful. Okay, valid point. Valid point. We could say the supplement industry isn't completely useless or a scam because of that. I mean, it's a defense of the industry. So let's set that aside and just call it like it is. How many people in the supplement industry then pull that? Well, whey protein's just a food, and they're right. So then let's just call it what it is. It's a food. It's an ultra-high protein dessert. Because again, if people could say, well, all desserts are largely highly refined. Anyways. So it's just it's a dessert. It's a really high protein, healthy dessert. Great. I can get behind, I can agree with that. I mean, objectively, I think that's a fair way to put it. So when we look at it in that perspective, then we can say, okay, so then let's stop using it as a defense of the protein or the supplement industry itself. Let's just stop using it for that, and let's just say, look, the industry sucks. The industry is full of cons. And maybe the whole thing should go away. And then maybe they can just make protein. And then everything will be fine. Okay? Everything will be fine. And realistically, if they aren't all selling all these scam products and trying to one-up each other, they won't have to use all the crazy false advertising. They would all make just as much money. Because still at the end of the day, the lion's share of the supplement industry is really making money off the protein. That's still their biggest money maker, is whey protein. It really is. You take that and a few basic vitamins, and that's all we really need. That's all it's useful for. I would almost say we need to just get rid of the whole thing other than that. Let's just get rid of the whole thing other than that. No one's going to lose any progress. The only thing that's really helping their gains is probably the protein. Probably the only thing really doing it. And it's useful. I mean, I drink whey protein. I buy it. Well, I don't drink it. I mix it into foods. I mix it into my yogurt. Because I protein overfeed these days, right? It's useful for that. I mean, and I'm the most anti-supplement industry person you'll meet, and even I'll go, they still provide a value here. I'm one of the biggest critics in the industry towards the supplement end of it. And even I say, well, the protein still has benefits. They do provide a service there, undeniable. But it's a food. All right, guys, well, that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I'll talk to you guys next time.